Hello, friends. Welcome to DelSoka. My name is Delale Frank, and this is News Daily, where I serve you with all the major trending news in the last few hours. In today's edition, we're going to talk about Andre Ayew and his brother Jordan Ayew. They have visited one of the Ghana Football Association's partners. We'll talk about what they went to do. So Andre Ayew and Jordan Ayew has united for the first time after the World Cup qualifiers. We'll talk about it. Thomas Partey has also celebrated his birthday. I have some few videos that I would want to share with you. And then we'll talk about Otto Addo, who has granted an interview. He has talked about his conversation with Andre Ayew. He's talked about the Black Stars, the kind of manager he is. A very lengthy interview he has granted. We'll discuss that also on this channel. So as usual, if today's your first time, hit on the subscription button. And let's build this community together. If you subscribe, one thing that I want you to do is hit on the notification bell. It's very important. YouTube says over 81% of my YouTube subscribers have not hit on the subscription button. So when I post videos, they don't even see that I've posted it. So please, when I post, when you subscribe, hit on the subscription. If you have also not subscribed yet, or if you have already subscribed, please go and hit on the subscription so that you can see the video and be the first when I post these videos and these updates. So without wasting much time, let's get straight into today's news. So yesterday was Thomas Partey's birthday. Thomas was, I think, celebrating his birthday. He started the birthday with donation in the community around Shaman thereabout. And then after that, he wrapped up the day with a short ceremony, a short birthday celebration with his close friends. There was, I think his girlfriend was around, because I saw a lady that was like his girlfriend. There was close friends like business partners, Nanaba Namoas, and then some sports journalists, and then some Black Stars players. The Black Stars players I spotted Atizigi. Atizigi seems to be a very good friend. Atizigi seems to be a very good friend of Thomas Partey. So there's Atizigi. I think I saw Atizigi, Gideon Mensah. Yes, I think I saw Atizigi and then Gideon Mensah. Is there another player that I saw? I think they are the two players that I saw. And then some sports journalists. A lot of sports journalists were also around and they were present. It was a short, like a small ceremony, but obviously a very one which means a lot to Thomas Partey. So happy birthday to Thomas Partey and wish him the best of luck. He's captained the team to win 2 matches, gone ahead to celebrate his birthday. That's good. That's good for the young man. Wish him the best of luck moving forward. And then another one is the Ayew brothers. So I think Flora Tissue are partners of the Ghana Football Association. So I saw them make a post that the Ayew brothers will be visiting them at their factory. And then they went ahead to visit them. When I saw it initially, I was like, did Ayew know they Ghana? Apparently, the Ayew is in Ghana. So when I saw it, I was like, not sure whether the two of them will go, but they ended up showing up together with the marketing, the person in charge of marketing at the Ghana Football Association. They went with other journalists and other press around, and honestly, I love it. Like, it's a great tool when it comes to marketing, because these partners of the Football Association, they also need value, and to have such a player like Andre Ayew to come and go ahead and endorse what you are doing means a lot. And I think it's something that they need to continue doing. It's a great marketing tool, and it will be easy for you to convince other people to also come and sponsor the Black Stars. And Andre Ayew says a few things there. But there's one thing that I think Andre Ayew's mother is a Lebanese, I believe. So like they also have a similar treat. I think Flora is owned by a Lebanese company. So obviously it's a good thing that they took that decision to go and visit. I think the FA should do more of these activations. Even with the Ghana Premier League, they should do these activations and help the companies to see value in the partnership. Like when it comes to sponsorships, it shouldn't always be about me giving you the money. There should be like a human nature involved. And I think this is a very huge deal that we commend the Football Association for that move. Let's wrap up with Otto Addo. So Otto Addo granted an interview with Star FM's Bolare. It was a personality interview. He talked about a couple of things. One, he talked about him being a coach and whether the FA interfered in his decisions. And he said, no, they didn't. They gave him the chance to make tough decisions. And one of the tough decisions he made was not calling Jordan Ayew. He drove all the way to France from Germany, and he said after the interview, like after the meeting with Andre Ayew, it wasn't like Andre Ayew was happy, but he's the coach. He has to make a decision for the whole country, and at that point, he felt it was the right decision. He likes Andre Ayew. You could clearly tell that Otto Addo really likes. You can clearly tell that Otto Addo really likes Andre Ayew, but he had to make a decision as the technical coach, and obviously that's it. So he said that he also talked about his team, where he wants Ghana to get to as a squad, and what it means for Ghana to win those 2 games. He talked about a couple of things. So I'm going to leave you with the full interview of what Otto Addo said when he granted that interview. And when you are done, leave a comment in the comment section, and let's build this community together. Until we meet again, bye-bye for now.
2 matches that you've actually, gone through, and you being the overlord as the permanent coach. Tell us, how are you taking these 2 great results, coach?
Yeah, first of all, big respect for the support, but also for the game the guys played. We had 2 difficult matches where we were behind and we always came back. This shows, I think, the mentality and the spirit which is in the team, and I'm very, very grateful to have these kind of players in the squad, and I'm very, very happy that we through all the difficulties got 6 points at the end, and I hope that we can build up on that.
I can see that you're geared up for action. You're into it, and you see the players as your brothers. How's team play like in the Black Stars with you coming back and all of that? How's your relationship with the footballers like?
I think it's difficult to say. I think from every coach's point of view, he has a good relationship with players. I think surely I have a good relationship with players. Things get easier if we win. That's also for sure.
Right.
And I have to say that they're well behaved. I always try to bring out the right culture, the right habits into the camp, and I think this is the basic things for if you want to have success with a team.
What kind of coach are you? Are you that kind of leader who is hands-on, who is very aggressive, who is a no-nonsense coach? Or you kind of sometimes, lay back, let them have their way, and see that, look, things will fall in place? What kind of coach are you?
I think I'm everything, so it depends on the situation, because the situation, I think it's like, at the end, I have to say, it's like raising kids, sometimes you have to hug them, sometimes you have to give them a little slap on the back. Sometimes, and then also they're different. Some need more talks, some you have to leave them in their own space. Some you just give short comments, some you take your time a little bit more. So everybody's different. It's about, going on and also interacting with human beings. And somehow, you need to talk more to get out. Maybe you have some personal problems, maybe they have some different problems. Sometimes you have to give them the confidence to play.
So coach, you have that listening ear to even get to know their personal problems, right?
I try to take my time.
Wow.
So even before the camp, we talk to the players, me, my assistant coach, and to be honest, we try to talk more to the players which are not playing, and also when the players we didn't call, I called them myself, just to explain to them why and what they can do. And sometimes it's a difficult situation because we have to be fair to everyone, and some play in higher leagues, some play in lower leagues, so we just explain it. And I think it's very important to take especially more time for those players who are not playing, because in all we need a good support from the bench, from the stands, and this is what makes a team.
What a great leader. I think that we're also taking lessons in leadership, not just in football, but with all that you are coming up, the insights are just phenomenal. Let's stay on the 2 matches. What kind of preparations did you put into these 2 matches? I mean, look at the performance, just awesome. How did you prepare for this game, if you let us in?
To be honest, we prepare like always. So we always take, especially their last matches, which we analyze with my analyzers, with my technical staff. They helped me a lot. Big thanks to them on this point, to prepare for the games. because we want to know what are their weak points, what are their strengths, which system do they play, do they change sometimes, do they change if they're behind, do they change their system if they are leading, which player do they bring in, so we know what we expect and we can prepare our players to every situation, and this is what we always do. And then at the end we try to find a system which fits their system and which can beat their system best according also to our players and to my style of play.
Right. We can all attest to that, but the first 2 games, the first half, we struggled a bit. Then we picked up in the second half. Like Benny said, well, we woke up in the second half. What accounted for the slow starts of the game, coach?
First of all, it's so whatever plan you have, there's an opponent, and he also has plans, and then sometimes also they change things. And with Mali, we know what we had to expect. We know that, especially in the center, they're very, very good. They play with a diamond shape, and it's going to be difficult for our midfielders to shine. So it's more on the flanks, and it took a while. It's also, we have a lot of young players, unexperienced players. They have to adapt to the stadium, to the weather. It was very hot, so it took a time for us to get into the game. But after a while, we knew where the threats are, where our chances are, and then in the second half, I think we came in better and we had a lot of chances also.
Right. So 6 goals in 2 matches. I mean, 2 away against Mali and then also against Central African Republic, we had 4. Is that the strategy? I mean, is it down to the team that you are building, that you are doing ultra attacking?
No, not really. Surely we know where the weak points are and where we have to go through and in which situation we can go through to get a goal. I think with the offensive part I was very, very happy. But this also starts at the defense, because with blocking balls, with winning balls, playing fast forward, or with distributing to the right channels for us to score goals. So everything is connected. And the defensive part, I was surely not so happy. We
you're not happy with the defensive part, right?
Yeah, surely. At the end, we conceded too many goals and allowed too many chances, especially also in the first game, but also in the second, we collected too many goals. But this starts also with the offensive. It's the offensive part who should try to block long balls into a half, to block crosses, to stop them in their build-up. And so it's all a teamwork. It's not about, like, I'm not happy with the defenders. It's the whole team. And this is how we should look at it.
I love that. And you're being fair and just saying as it is without fear of favor. Clearly, like you said, we conceded 5 goals in 2 games. Are we struggling with the defensive pair? I mean, at the back, what is your take on that? Is there a general lack of defensive discipline for the team, coach?
No. So first of all, we conceded 4 goals, not 5.
Okay.
And I think, like I said, it's the whole teamwork. So we have to be more aggressive in the midfield, up front also, a little bit better with the pressing, so that we don't allow them to make these kind of passes like in the last game. But also, our defensive line has to learn from the mistakes they did, and it's a teamwork, and there we have to put our emphasis on to be better on that. I also, as a coach, my assistants, they have to help me the next time we meet. And also after the games, we talked about it, but the next time we meet to train it, to have patterns and to recognize patterns and situations, when to drop and how to defend better. And yeah, hopefully they learn from it and we'll get better.
Coach, will you say that these games have given you a fair sense with regards to the players to choose, and now you can confidently say, well, these are the positions that I want them to grow into? Will it be a fair assessment to use these 2 games?
Not really. I know. I mean, most of the players, I knew them before, and we have been observing them the last 4 months. So we know what their strengths and weaknesses are. We try to help them to work together as a unit, because they come all from different places, and then also to work on the weaknesses, especially. And this is the hard part, because we just have like 1 week, 2 weeks preparation, and then it has to work. And this is the hard part, to get it in their heads and into their legs as quick as possible. It's not easy, but we keep on trying, and I know that with time we'll get better.
I watched an interview, I think that after the match, and Jordan was saying that, well, over the years he's not really played where he feels that he should actually be and give up his best. And it's as if now he's doing, even at, where he is and all of that, he's now in his full bed and he's giving up his best now. Is that what you also see now with where you played him? And
yeah, I think, like I said it in the press conference before, especially offensive players are only judged by goals, but there's a lot of defensive work they have to do, and I think John did quite well the last year. Surely this is his favorite position, but I know that he can also help at the flanks or in the midfield, because he's good in closing lanes. He's very, very tactical, defensively disciplined. He has a good condition, and for that, it depends on the game wherever you need him. And I thought in these games we needed a number 9, but I don't know, like say when we play next year in Chad, where he's going to play. So it's difficult. Therefore, I have to analyze Chad first, and then see where I can use which player in which position. And for me, it's always more important that we win as a team. It's not about the individual player. It's about the team, and it's about where you put the players to do the best for the team. Sometimes John will shine. Sometimes maybe another one who scored the goals will shine. But
it's teamwork.
For me, it's always teamwork.
Fantastic thing that you've brought up. So it's not about where you're comfortable at playing or where you feel you will shine, but where, according to the game, each game to their own, where you feel that I will need you the more.
Yes.
Let's talk about the goalkeeping department as well. There was Wallacott, Ofori, Atizigi, and all of that. We keep shuffling them over the years. Tell us, who I know you don't want to stick your neck out, but over the years you played Atizigi some more. What kind of goalkeeper do you look out for? What are the things that you look out for?
Yeah, I mean, for me, always the to decide who's playing and who's not playing. So the basics are how are their performance in their club, and it's surely easier for me to judge on somebody who's playing. And Atizigi is player who was playing for his club. He's the number 1 goalkeeper, and this is what I can give to the players, but also to the goalkeepers. Surely, if you don't play, it's difficult for me to assess on you. So this time I choose Ati. He also gave me a good impression in the training, and so surely he was a little bit ahead of the others.
That's right.
Playing in one of Europe's best leagues as a number 1 goalkeeper put him ahead, and this is why I can judge them from. So I have to watch on their performance in their clubs, and then on that based on that, I decide who will come and who will play.
And you are comfortable with him? I mean, so far with what he's done with the department.
Yeah.
Clearly. Should the goalkeeper have the ability to be comfortable with the ball at his feet, like we say, and juggle with it, and also help him patiently build play, or he must simply kick along and have the attackers, play to second?
Depends on the opponent, depends on the pitch, depends on the
what is your
table situation. If like we just need 1 point and we are 5 points ahead in the last game, maybe I don't want him to play too much. If we need goals and we need to score and need to play offensive, maybe he will play more. If, let's say, we have an opponent which I analyze and I think they're weaker than us, then we will play more. If they're stronger than us, if let's say we play against, I don't know, Brazil or so, maybe we play less. So I always try to adapt on our opponent and also on what we have. And this decides also the game plan for the next game.
Fantastic. And that's leadership, if you ask me. In line with that, leadership is always necessary for, team cohesion, for them coming together. What kind of captain do you look out for, coach? I mean, in all the players and all of that, yes, you need to foster unity, provide inspiration, and desire to win. What do you look out for?
I think like everybody, if possible, if we want to see everything in a leader, he should take responsibility on the pitch, but also off the pitch. He should be a role model. He should be surely in his position a player which is unquestionable in the squad. So there are so many things. But surely to find somebody who has everything is difficult. And still, if you're a leader for a team, you can also progress in your leadership. And this is where we as coaches want to help our leaders in I don't know, in building their character, and giving them responsibility to talk to other players, to be engaged with our plan, and sometimes also discuss things with him, how he sees it, and then also giving him the responsibility on the pitch, but also off the pitch, that everything is disciplined and everything is in order and everything will go the way we want it to go.
So, I mean, it's a leader for all. It's not just you being good on the pitch, but off pitch as well.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I mean, the dressing room and the character in the dressing room, they decide also, this can decide games. No? Like when I see the way we celebrated the last goal against Mali, and everybody was happy, even though some didn't play. This is what we want to see. And this comes with, to create a certain atmosphere before the matches that everybody knows everybody's important, and this is also has to come from our leaders.
Coach Otto Addo, I mean, we salute you for that, for bringing the unity and for bringing the love back in the game. And one thing I also want to pick up with you is how you're able to keep a cool head when there's so much noise around you. For instance, and I'll talk about the man just behind you, Andre Ayew. Is he ever going to come back to the team? Many are asking, and how you're able to even say, I had a conversation with him. I talked him into understanding why he's not with the team. How did you go about it, and how did you also navigate that talk?
Yeah, I mean, Andre is a very good character. He's a player I always like to talk to, and surely this was a difficult discussion we had, but surely I had to make it, because when I watched the team, and I'm also thinking forward for the next upcoming 1 to 3 years, I had a lot of things in my head, and I discussed it with him. I gave him my thoughts. I don't think it's fair to come out with everything in public, so that's why I have to leave it there. But I think we had a honest discussion.
Was it a face-to-face? Did you
find
sure.
that? No, I drove to Le Havre.
Drove?
Yeah, I drove 7 hours to Le Havre to talk to him, and like I said, I just gave him my thoughts, but like I said, also the presser, that I will never say never, you know.
That's right.
So there's so many things which can happen, and also depends on his performance and everything. And the door is always open. The door is always open. I would never say never to a player, because things can drastically change, and then we need him. When we need him, I think he's a guy who's always available for us, and he showed so many good games for Ghana. He's a living legend. He's a guy who sacrificed a lot to play for the national team, and we also love, me as a player, I love these kind of players. But surely not only with him, also with a lot of other players who are not invited, I have to take difficult decision, and at the end my job is to do the best for Ghana and to do the best for the national team, and for this I have to take sometimes difficult decisions.
So that was your decision. It's not as if maybe some political figures or football administrators were pushing you that they don't pick this player. That was solely your decision. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, sure. Sure, it's my decision. And whatever I do here in the national team, surely sometimes, I mean, we discuss things with our technical staff, but on the decisions which we make for players and on the field, at the end, I have the last word. And if it wouldn't be like that, I would never come here. And I have to thank the GFA that they never interfered. They never interfered in my...
They can suggest, but you have the final say.
Yeah, but even I have to say, the president, he left me alone. They left me alone with the decision, and I think that's the best way it can work, because if there are too many interferences in this and that, and I know it's not only a thing which happens in Ghana, and it's normal sometimes also like in Europe when president suggests this or that, but at the end the coach has to have the last word. This is for sure. And for me, I'm always surprised when people are asking me this and that, but me, I'm not that kind of person. If it would be like that, I wouldn't be here.
You go?
Yeah, sure.
Interesting. You are a strong man, because looking at the Ayew brothers and who their father is, and even the love that you have with the bond, being with him, and then his brother as well, Jordan, driving over to have that conversation. When you were going back to Germany, what was did you say to yourself that, well, is the mission fulfilled, or still you had some doubts and you weren't comfortable?
No, I was very comfortable with the decision, but surely I'm a human being.
Yes.
And I like him. I like him. I really, really like Andre. And
Is that one of the most difficult decisions that you've taken in your life?
100%. Because it's, he's, to me, he's not only a player, he's also
a little brother.
like a brother, like a friend, and it hurts myself. I know it will hurt him, and it's difficult. It's difficult to take this, and I know how it is, especially if you're an elder player and you've not been called. I've experienced this myself,
but coach,
so I know what
he's going. Bringing him on board just to act as an inspiration to the team, maybe on the bench and all of that. You think that you didn't have a place for that?
We thought everything out, and like I said, I can't really discuss about everything, but this is the decision we took, and I'm sorry, but I want to leave it.
Sure, no, I grant you that. So I think that is fine. Let's talk about the players, called up and all of that. We should expect good football and not wins, right? You always said, is that your way of, dampening the expectations and parry away pressure from? Because you've said that we should expect good football. It's not wins. Can you explain that?
This is my job. I think Ghanaians love good football, and this is my job to try and let them play to their strength. But this also, and this everybody has to be aware of this, it comes also with mistakes. And I know that when mistakes happen, we can also lose. If you don't want to play a good football, you just kick the long ball, you stand back, and then it's not nice. And if you even lose, then I think this is the worst.